They say that young children benefit greatly from great adult role models. And the same thing applies to our dogs. Our young pups, whether we like it or not, if you have another dog in your household, they will learn from them. So it's really up to you to decide what kind of role model will that dog be. Is it a good role model or a bad role model? Because they will learn from the other dog. Now, so far for me, with Captain, it's working out fantastic. We've hiked a total of about 10 to 15 miles on these trails, and in all of our hikes, Castell, who's 15 weeks old, has been completely off the leash. And now some people may think, that's kind of reckless, isn't it, Bryan? Couldn't you lose your puppy? Disappear right over a ridge there? You've done videos on dogs getting lost. And you're right. It would be reckless if it were not for Captain. See, Captain's incredibly trained, and he's very intuitive. And whenever we hike these trails, he'll only go out a certain distance ahead of me, regardless of where I go, whether I'm going to go up this ridge right up here, or whether I'm going to go over here and go off this ridge over here. It really doesn't matter. Captain stays with me. Uphill, downhill, thick forests, rocky terrain, traversing a creek, it doesn't matter. And because of that, Castell is learning from him. She's picking up on his behavioral cues. What does he do on the trail? Because that's what young mammals do. They learn through mimicry. They watch the other animals. They watch the adults, and they do what they do. That has survival value. I mean, heck, if they're adults by now, then they've learned a thing or two, or at least learned enough to still be alive on the planet Earth. So therefore, it definitely benefits a young dog to pay attention to what the older dog does. Yesterday, we went on a hike, about a 3.5 mile hike, and during the hike, Captain was just that consummate role model. And as you'll see here in this video, he goes out ahead of Castell and I, but then he stops and he looks back. And you'll notice he does this over and over again. And you see him bounding ahead, turn and look back. And notice that Castell turns and looks back as well. And then he's off again as we advance down the trail. Looks back again, making sure I'm still coming. And out ahead he goes. In a second, you'll see Castell come back in the frame. And there she goes. And look what she does. She turns and looks back. And there's Captain waiting around the bend of the trail, because he will not advance around the bend unless I give him the clear signal to do so. And he just got it, so now he's out ahead. There goes the young pup with him, but no, she stops. She only goes so far and then looks back at me, and notice Captain stops and looks back at me as well. So guys, nothing like a great role model. Captain's making training Castell to move along a trail with me, to move with the group off leash. It's a piece of cake. It's nothing to it. Therefore, if you're thinking about bringing a young dog into your household, think about what's already there if you already have another dog. Will that dog be a good role model? One of the things that you can do is make sure it will, at least from an obedience standpoint. You always got to get past the compatibility issue. But once you do that, make sure that dog's going to be a great role model for your dog. Make sure, because when you go down these trails, if you like to hike, you like to get outdoors like me, it sure does make things a lot easier. And your dog will learn from it. So make sure your dog can lay down. Make sure your older dog can stay. Make sure your older dog can heel. Make sure your older dog will go with you where you go. As you see Captain right now, I'm not calling him, I'm just backing up. And so when I back up, Castell, now all of a sudden, here she comes. Now the girl, and they just stay together. I've been doing this video. They've been completely off the leash. I've been concentrating on talking to you, and I don't have to worry about a thing. So you do the same thing. If you already have a pre-existing dog in your household, before that new puppy arrives, get busy. Roll up those sleeves. Train that older dog. Teach it behaviors that your young dog will learn from it, because it will, good or bad, they will learn from each other. They absolutely will. So guys, it's up to you. You get to pick it. Do you want a good role model, a great role model for your young puppy, or do you want a bad role model? I don't know about you. I want the good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Guys, ready? Let's get out of here.